Hi, you're watching The Spectre on YouTube. It's the name of my channel anyway. Ooh, such an ominous, cool sounding name for some dork in glasses talking about random shit, basically. And anyway, my name's Daniel Yoxheimer, and I've been, obviously, that movie, The American Sniper, about the Navy SEAL sniper Chris Kyle, who killed, like, he has 160 confirmed kills, and everyone's making a big stink about this. It's been going back and forth. I haven't been paying too much attention to what's going on in the news with, I guess, Brian Williams, the NBC News anchor, stepped down for a little bit because he lied about being on a different helicopter. There was a helicopter that was shot down, so he said he was on that one to tell a better fish story later, and that backfired. So then Bruce Jenner's turned himself into a woman, I guess. I don't know what the fuck's going on with Bruce Jenner. When he was a kid, he was on a fucking Wheaties box, and now he's anyway, whatever. So that was what was going on in the news. But since this movie's been released, this American Sniper film, it's Republicans are using it as a tool. They mentioned, Sarah Palin mentioned meeting Chris Kyle's wife, and or something, when she was doing the speech in Iowa, the one that was rambling, and she was just being incoherent because I guess the teleprompter went out, don't you know, and she was going, I mean, wow, that was some baddie fucking crazy shit, and people want her to run for president, apparently, so, for some reason, but people like her and other conservative pundits and people on radio shows and whatnot. Michael Medved, he's a conservative. He's not the most probably well-known, like Rush Limbaugh or Sean Hannity, but he was a movie reviewer. He is a movie reviewer and a right-wing pundit, and he gave the movie a good review. Other people have criticized it, like, yeah, and I don't honestly. It's a movie. If it's a good movie, it's a good movie. If it is a well-made film. I mean, Clint Eastwood's made some movies I like Gran Torino and $1 Million Baby. He's a pro-war guy. I mean, not pro-war so much. He's pro-military or whatever that means. Interpret that however you wish. And I don't really, think this guy's a hero, though. I mean, he's, a sniper is someone, they radio to them, shoot that person, and apparently, he's shot children, apparently. They're suicide bombers or something like that. It's a little, if you're in the military, I mean, the thing about it is, it's the only job where you get a pat on the back for killing someone. So it's hard for me to really glorify it. I mean, of course, if you don't know, actually, Chris Kyle, Chris Cooper's an actor. I think he played actually the military dad in American Beauty. I'm getting him mixed up. Chris Kyle was murdered, was shot by someone at a shooting range a few years ago, 2003 of February, this year, and he's and I don't agree with a lot of what the military does. I don't think it's the best solution to. I think it aggravates a lot more problems. I think it's our disposition in the world. I don't entirely agree with it. I'm not an expert. I'm not in these matters, of course. This is just an average American who isn't a Republican, or I don't understand this whole, like, I don't know, there's not just two Americans, there's two Americas, as they like to say it. There's not just liberal and conservative, there's just people who have opinions and think differently and are, they don't quite fall into that liberal conservative paradigm where you have to see things this way or this way, and if you don't see things this way, then you're there, and if you don't see things entirely this way, they're over there. And that's just what it is. And that's why this country doesn't fucking go anywhere, and everything is such shit, because there's, there's no middle ground at which a lot of these people meet in order to solve common problems, and that's, I think, why we have a lot of the issues we do in this country. But this movie, they've been kind of using it as a, getting back to this film, it's been this kind of like, we all have, it's a war movie that they make about a real person who served, and maybe he killed some bad people. I don't care if you shoot some asshole who's, going to plot to do a bad shit to a lot of other people. I don't really, I'd rather that person get killed than the people that aren't trying to hurt people that this person is trying to kill. So if he snipes a few people like that, I don't mind, but there's a lot of, who among those 160 people were needed to be shot? I don't know. There's a lot of bystanders in war, and that's why I don't think it's the best solution. It's just, it's the disposition America's had for quite some time now. And these kind of movies, I think, are, they don't, I don't think they're, I don't think he's someone I would celebrate, as someone who did a lot of good in the world. I don't really do that. A lot of us do. I'm not particularly fond of law enforcement either. I think there's a lot of instances of corruption and and a lot of the just police brutality and shooting people. What's happened in Ferguson, and what happened with George Zimmerman shooting that young man, and they let him out. He was actually in the news recently for, I think, domestic abuse or something like that. He's a fucking asshole. He's a nut. A fucking psychopath. He shot a kid with Skittles and a Snapple or something, Trayvon Martin. That was the kid's name. And it's terrible that we just have this added, and we debate it every time when these shootings happen. You hear like, Sean Hannity talking about this. And the police aren't the problem, it's those damn black people. I don't know what they don't actually say that, but that's basically what they're saying. And I'm not a big fan of the gun culture. I think you have a right to own a gun and protect your home. If you're not responsible with it, you shouldn't have one. And there's places I don't think guns should be, personally. That's just me. I don't think they, I don't need one. I don't own a real firearm or anything like that. And we don't live in the best neighborhood. But it's not, no one's after me. Well, I guess not, but, and no one's broken in or robbed us. So I don't really feel like having a gun around, quite frankly, and, I don't really, that's my attitude on the whole gun issue, and primarily I've been, of course, discussing this. They're talking about, not discussing because there's no one else there to discuss with it, but I'm talking about the American Sniper movie and the attitude. We can't just let it be a movie. We have to politicize it, and the polarizing ends of the political spectrum are all gonna, they're all gonna, beat at it with a piñata. Well, the conservatives won't, but the liberal, or whatever's considered liberal in this country is, and we've redefined the term liberal, I think, to, it's amazing how you can vilify a term liberal. You can vilify that, and I think that's what they've done. I consider myself liberal on a lot of issues. I think gays should be able to get married. Why do I give a fuck? I don't. They should be able to get married. If two people want to get married and have a legal union, and they want to adopt a kid and be a family, and that's their business. That has nothing to do with anybody else. If you're super religious and you want your traditional marriage, you can have that. That's, if it's, if this is supposedly some sort of free country, there's going to be people different from you that you don't like. So, you have to learn to accept that. I mean, there's plenty of people I don't like. I don't like anybody, you know. I have my fiance is about the only person I really interact with, and my cats. That's about it. I pretty much the rest of the world to me, I've become a little bit misanthropic in recent years. You just through people I've worked with and stuff like that. I don't trust a lot of people. Most people are out to screw you over, at least in my encounters. So I tend not to trust people, even though I want to trust people more, and even though I do want to make friends in the future. It's something I need to work on. It's like now I'm talking like I'm in therapy. It's really something I need to work on. But at least I don't go around sniping people and shooting them with freaking sniper, you know. I mean, this guy had bounties on his head from like jihadist or something. I don't know. People he was shooting. Whereas Sarah Palin likes to call them jihadist. These jihadists. How does she talk? You should watch that speech from Iowa. It really, I believe that's what happened as the teleprompter went down and she just started blah 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 all over the place. She didn't map out anything if she plans on running for office. I mean, she didn't. I mean, the woman never has a plan, and she's just an imbecile. But it's just, it's pretty much it. Those are my general thoughts on the movie American Sniper, even though I haven't seen it, and I'm not gonna go see it. I just don't care. So I'm gonna go see 50 Shades of Grey with my fiance in a couple of days. And it's more for her because she wants to see it. I'm just waiting for the Superman, Batman, Dawn of Justice movie to come out. So it's pretty much all I, care about. Oh yeah, the Star Wars movie, but everything else can just, I don't care. So, American Sniper, I don't care. I mean, I haven't seen it, but thumb down. Actually, 2 thumbs down. So, I don't think it's worthwhile. It just glorifies something. I mean, it's not very brave to shoot someone from thousands of yards away. Sorry. So, anyway, those are my thoughts on that.